western Montana, one of the biggest challenges in punching your spring turkey tag is gaining access to where they actually live. A lot of the birds roost in small wood lots on private land. If you can get permission on one of these pieces of land, it's almost a sure thing that you'll get an opportunity on the opening weekend. We're fortunate enough to have a friend that owns 40 acres on a creek bottom that usually holds turkeys all spring. We got in there Friday night before the opener, let out some calls, and roosted a few birds. Saturday morning we got in there, set up, heard them, they pitched down. Everything was perfect, they were coming our way. All we had to do at this point was rely on the shooter. I don't have any good excuse for what happened that day. All I know is sometimes we have those days, and I couldn't wait to get out and redeem myself again. The only problem is that night I started feeling really sick and I got mono, which lasted 3 to 4 weeks, and I missed almost the whole turkey season. There was a lot of turkey activity before the season started this year. I talked to a lot of people that said they weren't getting the same results, they weren't responding to calls and things this year in April when they normally should. Our 40 acres that we had permission for went dead. We weren't even seeing birds. I decided to start driving around and looking for some birds and knocking on doors to find a new spot. I was lucky enough to find an area that hasn't been hunted yet this year. It was just 14 acres, but the birds did roost on the property. So I didn't have anybody else to film for me that day. I drugged my girlfriend out of bed. This is the first time she came out. It was a cold morning, but she was willing and she did a great job. Check it out and let me know what you think. The big Tom pitched down and went the opposite direction, but I knew there was a group of jakes that responded to my call, and I knew they were eventually going to come my way, and I was not going to be picky. Down there beating them up right now. Just got permission last night from a nice older fella. Saw a big long bear last night, but we had tons of birds, 3 different groups of birds this morning gobbling. And heard some just right over here. It sounded like they were jakes.
I've been knocked out with mono for the last 3 weeks, so I wasn't going to be real picky. We got out here and they came right to the decoy perfect. They kind of ran right towards it as soon as they saw it. Small jig, but I'm happy. See, it's probably a 6-yard shot total, and you can see he only went 20 yards at the most from the blind. So, good shot. Right in the Boilermaker with the tiger shark. I brought my good friend Mike back to the same spot that I got the Jake, hoping for a chance at that big tom. Sure enough, as soon as we got there, we saw him in the field with a couple of hands, let out a call, he fanned up, gobbled back at us, and we decided to jump into the blind. Before I can even get the camera set up properly, bang, he was there. Check it out. Mike thought his shot was too high, but the way this bird reacted, I thought it was a sure thing if this bird was dead. We jumped out of the blind, took a look. Boy, was I wrong. We weren't going to make the same mistake twice. We ran down the hill, found the bird, and put another arrow into him.
I think I got my first turkey.
I don't know who was more excited, me or Mike.
Well, it's been a tough turkey season here in Montana this year. We have a couple of days left, and not many people have been fortunate enough to get a longbeard. We knew there was one in the area, and we set up and saw him across the field, and within just a couple minutes he was 10-12 yards from the blind, and there he was. We just it was tough to get some video action of him, but we turned around and Mike made a perfect shot on him, and there he is.
Pretty nice bird. First turkey, which is pretty awesome.
It was a great way to end the season. It was his first turkey, and it was his first bow kill. I'm Heath Helgert, and you're watching The Complete Sportsman.